Well, this is going to be an interesting little setup because this is me also testing how this is going to work. As well as I'm using a phone stand again. One that definitely has seen a lot of life. So, today we're going to take a look at two things. One being the Power Rangers Reignition. This is what I mean the phone stand has seen a lot of life. The Reignition 6-pack. No, these are not the head flips. And yes, I already have all these guys out the boxes, but I like them, so I kept them. As Fives agrees, apparently. But yeah. These are not flip heads, these are just straight action figures. And now this bugs me. There we go. I am fixing this. There. And no, well, the figures, well, the boxes do have the same art as the box here. And this is one of the first things that I have gotten from Playmates, being the new toy holders from, or the new toy holders for Power Rangers. The other thing we are here to take a look at today, which I very badly did not think about grabbing, was the new Power Morpher. Comes with a belt buckle. Comes with a clit or a holder. Got one button to push it open. Switch to on.
It's Morphin time!
And to essentially make the gimmick work. Hi, 2-bit. To make the gimmick work, the power coins. I'm describing Trini's here. Well, Trini / Aisha. If you look on the back, it has 3 little pegs that if you line up, it should bring Trini's voice out.
Trini here, let's do it! Saber-tooth tiger!
And then pull the coin out, you get a depower sound. Oh, which one was it? I think it's this one.
Kimberly off!
No, that was Kimberly. So, if we push just this one in, and that's a little Easter egg.
Dragon Zord!
We have a Dragon Zord programmed into the Morpher, which makes me think we are going to be getting a Tommy coin with a Dragon Zord by Playmates eventually. Which means we'll have yet another Dragon Warrior mode possibility, another Ultra Zord, which means we might be getting a Titanus.
Mastodon! Saber-tooth tiger! Let's take him down! Pterodactyl! Time to beat these people!
Okay, I'm going to switch that off. Which, I will say, essentially, if you don't push any of these down, kind of just like, try to slot it in there, and then...
It's Morphin time!
Okay. I like to keep Jason / Rocky's coin in. But as the new role play item, I actually really like it. And when you do get it, buy this, so I paid $30 for it, you do get the 5 power coins. The only thing I wish that we had is a eject feature that didn't rely on these tabs. Even though if these were filed down a little bit, we probably still could get them out. Just, I don't like how off the front these tabs are. but I'm sure 3D printers will fix that. So we will set this to the back for now, as we will take a quick look at the figures that came in the Reignition box set. We're going to start off going left to right, as we do have Trini, the Yellow Ranger. Who, honestly, I believe looks really nice. You do get both of her daggers, and you do get a power blaster for her. No power sword mode, because she does have 2 melee weapons in a sense, to try to keep the accessories together. And to show how she does stand up next to an original Bandai, Goldar, they scale actually really well. So if you have some of the original villains, like Goatee and Pecker here, like, these guys could very easily go against your original evil space monsters. Which I think is a really nice way that Playmates did the original scaling. I like how I wish I had some of the head flips. I don't have any of the new auto morphers yet, because I think I'm missing Trini of the originals before I get any of the new ones. So for now, we will set Goldar off to the side here. And I'll shift this stuff over. And we'll put Trini right here. Put the Morpher right here to keep it in shot. I'll back up a little bit. Points of articulation is going to be the same on all the figures, so I'm not really going to in-depth on each of them unless something drastically changes. You got a forward kick, not much of a back kick. You got a rotatable foot, and a bend at the knee. Arms, if you have the old Power Rangers Samurai toys figures, it's basically that articulation. 360 at the shoulder. You get an elbow bend, and you do get wrist swivel. No wrist movement up and down, but heck. It's Playmate's first attempt at the Power Ranger figures, so I'm not going to complain. Up next, we got our Disco Fu Master Zack, who comes with the Power Blaster, the Power Sword, and his Power Axe. While I would have liked some silver paint apps right here, and like some more silver paint apps, I'm not going to complain too much about it. Articulation is all the same on the figure. There's that with, well, I forgot to go over this with Trina, but you do get a 360 at the knee because of how it's sculpted. I also just wish that we got a bit more of a distinct difference on the helmet, because his visor just kind of blends. His visor just blends in. Like, unless you see the molded difference, you do not see like a reflection difference. Up next, we got our leader up until Tommy comes in, that being Jason or Rocky. Sporting the Power Sword with no yellow highlights. I do understand this being a small scale figure. He comes with the Power Sword, the Power Blaster, and his other Power Sword. Oh, and they already defeated Goldar. Up next, we got everybody's, or JDF himself, Tommy Oliver, who comes with the very infamous Dragon Dagger. Honestly, if they molded this, I think they molded it in gold and painted the edge here silver, which I think was a nice touch. I kind of want to go through on this and put a bit of black on it myself, but that's for another time. As you do get a Dragon Shield, it is non-removable, so you can't give it to Jason and Zack, as he has done in the show before he lost the green powers. Articulation doesn't change, just you can't, well, you could still do a full 360, it's just kind of encumbered a little bit. Also, his hands do not really like the Power Sword, because I don't remember if Tommy ever actually used the Power Sword and the Power Blaster, as the Green Ranger. Because, I mean, the Dragon Dagger kind of did all that for him. Up next, we got the original Gay Ranger, Billy. Yes, David Yost was actually bullied on set for being gay. But however, being the brains of the group, you do have his power lance. It does not separate, which will tell you about what's going to be coming up with Kimberly. You get the blaster, the power sword that he gets, and all of the belt buckles are silver. But I believe Tommy's is, if we get a white Ranger for this line, it would probably be in gold. I'm hoping it is. But all in all, I like it. I mean, I believe he's in scale with like the Dino Furies. So if you missed getting a blue figure in scale with them, you can get one with this Reignition set. I believe I ended up paying $50 for it, maybe $60. We're now moving on to Kimberly. We got our typical pterodactyl mask. It doesn't have the green accents though, which is surprising, but is understandable because of the size of the helmet. You get her sword, which I currently have her using as like some sort of arrow. If looking at her bow, it does not have the bottom clips, meaning it cannot fully combine to make the power blaster. I think best you will be able to get is Rocky, Zach, and Kimberly, and then that's it. With that being said, the team of 6 compared to the evil villains, the original evil villains, I will say, is a very nice scale. So it means until we get villain figures from Playmates, your old Bandai and Hasbro's are very much in good scale. And to be fair, I want to say, and this is going to be kind of bold of me to say, your Hasbro Super Megaforce villains might be in scale. I think I have a Megaforce red somewhere. Okay, that's Samurai. Okay, here we go. Okay, so to kind of be bold, because Super Megaforce's whole gimmick was using previous Ranger suits. I mean, it somewhat works. I mean, red next to red. I mean, there is a small height difference, but I mean, it might still work if you want to kind of stretch it. And this is not my original figure. I got this off eBay like this, so just keep that in mind. So just, if you pick these up just for Mighty Morphin, if you have like putties or you want to put them on display with Zords, because I'm aiming to get the new Zords, I just have to get the money for them. It's just gotta happen first. But however, just these alone, I think was actually a really nice purchase. Because these are nice and posable. They come with their signature weapons, even though they can't from the power blaster. I think it's nice. The Morpher itself, I think, is a very nice role play. I do like the coins, at least how they look without, besides the tabs. You got smooth details for the dinosaurs, and you got the rigid look, kind of separating out the look of the dinosaurs. So it's an easy tell. It's easier to tell the details. So
it's Morphin time!
His eyes got really big. Okay. Anyways. My expectations for this are kind of set high because of how high quality they already gave us going with this Reignition box set. Simply because of the quality of figures that we got. Fives agrees. However, I don't want to get my hopes up too high. I've yet to hold any of the Zords in hand because they are actually supposed to be bigger than Zord Ascension Project. While it might be a similar cost to get all 5, being about 180, supposedly. Could be a lot cheaper. I'm still figuring all that out myself. But this being my first hands-on appearance of items from Playmates, I do want to say this could be actually a very nice opening for Playmates toys doing Power Ranger stuff. Starting with the core 6-pack, flip heads, starting off with original designs for the Zords, and a good Morpher that actually has voice lines in it.
We need dinosaur power now!
Like, it's very easy. I know it's not like a hard... I doubt it could be hard to mess it up because of there being 30 years of this kind of stuff being out, barring 2017's Power Rangers movie. But still, I think that it could genuinely be a nice addition. And in scale with the Zord Ascension projects, I think it is a nice look to the figures having them in front of them. The Zord Ascension project stands roughly about as tall as the originals. These guys stand about as tall as the original Bandais. So Playmates is going just a bit bigger on the Zords, but trying to keep the original figures in scale. Which I want to say is a good way to go about it. Prices of everything is going up. Okay. Let's give these guys action figures and let's go to stuff that they already have. Done. Zords. Oh, we have a bigger budget? Okay. Production budget? Let's make them bigger to where it'll be easier to move parts around on them. And it'll actually make sense for the scale of the figures. I genuinely think that this could be a really good way to go for Power Rangers. With that being said, I appreciate y'all coming out, listening to me rant, and continuing on. I do have a lot more. I have a lot coming in for Power Rangers stuff. So just keep an eye out for all that. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace and chicken grease.